Welcome to my channel. Today I want to share a story that was submitted to me by one of my viewers. It's a true account of a horrifying Lyft ride that happened to them, and it's sure to leave you on the edge of your seat. In this video, I'll be reading this story out loud so you can experience the full terror of this harrowing experience. You'll hear all the details of how a seemingly normal Lyft ride turned into a nightmare when the passenger realized their driver was someone they knew from their past, someone who had always been a little creepy and unsettling. As the ride progresses, tensions rise and things take a dangerous turn. You'll hear how the passenger is forced to rely on a pocket knife that was a gift from their late father, a poignant and emotional aspect of this chilling story. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel for more stories like this one. And if you have a scary story of your own that you'd like me to read, be sure to send it my way. Thanks for watching, and let's get started. I was on my way to meet some friends for dinner when I called for a Lyft. Living in a small town, I wasn't used to using ride-sharing services, but I was in a hurry and didn't want to be late. As I waited for my ride to arrive, I checked the app and saw that my driver's name was Ethan. I didn't recognize the name, but I didn't think much of it at the time. When the car pulled up, I walked over and got in the back seat. As soon as I closed the door, I realized that I recognized the driver. It was Ethan, the strange boy from my high school who always sat in the back of the classroom, dressed in dark clothes and staring at me with an unsettling intensity. He was different now, though. His appearance was more put together, and his demeanor was calm and professional. We exchanged a few pleasantries before the conversation turned to our past. "I always liked you, you know," he said, breaking the silence. I felt a chill run down my spine as he spoke those words. Memories of his unsettling stares and odd behavior flooded back into my mind. I had always assumed he had some kind of social anxiety, or was maybe even on the autism spectrum, but the idea that he had been harboring a crush on me was too creepy to even fathom. I nervously laughed it off and tried to steer the conversation towards other topics, but he kept bringing it back to me. He asked if I was seeing anyone, if I had ever thought about us being together, and other uncomfortable questions. I started to feel trapped in the car with him, like I was a captive audience to his twisted infatuation. That's when he took a wrong turn off the highway and started driving down a dark, deserted road. My heart rate began to rise as I realized that something was seriously wrong. I demanded that he pull over and let me out, but he just laughed and kept driving. I knew I had to take matters into my own hands. I reached into my purse and pulled out the pocket knife my dad had given me before he died. It was a simple but sturdy blade, and I held it tightly in my hand as I stared down at it. The driver started to notice my unease and slowed down the car. He turned around to face me, and I saw a crazed look in his eyes. I knew that I was in danger and that I needed to act fast. I lunged towards him with the pocket knife, and he tried to fight me off, but I was fueled by fear and adrenaline. In the end, I emerged victorious. The driver slumped over in his seat, defeated and bleeding from his wounds. I stumbled out of the car and collapsed on the side of the road, gasping for air and thanking my lucky stars that I had made it out alive. As I sat there catching my breath, I looked down at the pocket knife in my hand and whispered, "Thanks, Dad." I knew that he had saved my life by giving me that knife, and I vowed to never forget it. From that moment on, I made sure to always carry it with me no matter where I went.